Hello everyone, my name is Danish Buns, and welcome to this episode of A Noob's Review. This is the gaming show where I bring you relatively unknown or new releases and try and provide some background information on how the game functions, as well as my overall opinion. If you guys have any questions, comments, or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. The game I'm going to talk about today is MoonBreakers, the space battle simulator, which allows you to fill out all your fantasies of being Luke Skywalker. Well, actually, maybe not all of them, but I think you get what I'm saying. Alright, how about we just get into the combat? Now, the first thing you're going to notice is that this game is really reminiscent of a bunch of other space flight battle simulators. The one that it reminded me of was Star Wars Battlefront 2, where you get to fly around as X-Wings and TIE Fighters. Now, a really important aspect of this game that I really enjoyed was the fact that the control mechanisms were really easy to learn. Thankfully, these mechanisms have been transferred over to this game, so there really isn't too extensive of a learning curve when you're trying to get used to the game, which is great. Another thing I should also mention is that there's some weird lore behind the game which you may be interested in looking into. Apparently, this game takes place in an alternate timeline where World War II ended differently. What? What does that have anything to do with spaceships? Ugh, okay, I don't know. The next thing we're going to talk about are the upgrade systems involved in the game. Now, the customization system really let me down in this game because I was expecting a little bit more. All you're doing is pumping credits into certain aspects of your ship. So essentially, you can put points into your shields or into your ship's engine strength and increase those. I would have really liked to see modules that you could add to your ship, so perhaps you could buy a brand new engine or something along the like, really adding that little bit of flavor that really makes these games enjoyable. I should probably also mention that these items actually change in between the types of ships that you use. So if you're using a heavy ship, you're not going to get the exact same customization options. They're going to be a little different. Now, another thing that I'm going to talk about are the really beautiful maps and how they actually dynamically affect the combat. What you're noticing right here is a gigantic asteroid field, but what you may not be aware of is the fact that some of these asteroids actually move and can hinder you on your path. Another map that I found absolutely awe-inspiring is this one. It's a gigantic blown-up moon. What more could you ask for? It's friggin' amazing! And if you actually fly into the moon, you'll find that there are actually a network of tunnel systems that you could use to throw someone off your scent. Now that's friggin' amazing, and that I feel is really necessary to add when you come to these games, because if you don't have a dynamic level of content when it comes to combat, if your combat is essentially just being fought in the air, it's not going to be enjoyable. The next thing I want to talk about are the different types of ships in the game. Now there are 4 types of ships: light, medium, heavy fighters, and bombers, and each of them have their own unique aspects to them. Now what you just witnessed was my heavy fighter taking out another ship with its lock-on missile. What you're also going to notice is that I am going to take out a nuclear bomb that was launched from a bomber plane to prevent it from damaging my ship. The important thing about these ships is that they have their own unique playstyle, so when you switch between them, you cannot keep the same strategies that you were using before. This is really important because it adds another layer of dynamic combat to the game, which is really necessary for something as simple as this. Now, I'm going to mention some flaws that I feel are in the game right now, and you can take them for what they will. They are my personal opinion, but these are some things that I've noted personally and I feel need to be changed. One thing that I really was disappointed on was the fact that there was an extreme lack of customization when it came to personalizing your ships. When I first saw this game, I was really hoping for the opportunity to add decals and paint jobs to my ship. I really wanted to have a gigantic Walmart logo on the side while I blew up some badass pirate. But that's not available, and I feel like it's something that's severely lacking, especially when it comes to a free-to-play game. You could easily monetize off that sort of thing, so I was really disappointed when I didn't see it included. Hopefully it can be implemented at some time in the future, but as of right now it does not exist. Another detrimental aspect of the game, and probably even more detrimental than the last topic, is the fact that this game appears to be buy to win at this point. Now I'm just going to give you some numbers. You can take what you will from them, but these are the numbers that I came up with. So what happened was I calculated how many points I would earn in a 10-minute round, which turned out to be at an average of 2,000 creds, or 2,000 points. I then looked into what the cheapest ship was, which was 216,000 credits. I did the math and it came out to be 18 hours. It would take me 18 hours to unlock the cheapest, most basic vehicle. Wow, really? So then I decided to look at how long it would take me to unlock the most expensive vehicle, and it would take me 250 hours of gameplay to get this vehicle. 250 hours. Who has the time to play that much, not spend a single credit, save it all up just so that you could get one vehicle? And this vehicle is better than all the other vehicles. It has more power, it has different secondary weapons. It's not like it's some simple upgrade. Now, to be fair, I have to mention that they do randomize the ships that are available to new players and players who don't have the credits to earn their own ships, which is good. But it still doesn't cancel out the fact that if you get randomized with a bunch of bad ships, some player can walk in there, buy a good ship, and dominate you, and you have no chance of earning enough credits to even get close to competing with him. That's something that should not exist in this game. They really need to deal with their credit system and figure out a way to make this game more fair to players who want to play it long term, right? Free-to-play games should entice you. They should entice you to buy aspects of the game. That's why I'm saying aesthetics. If you add aesthetics to the game, people will want to buy it. People will want to customize their ships. But when you make it so that there is a physical barrier between good players and players who have money, you're really setting up your game for failure, and you're setting up your game to not have the customer satisfaction that it should have. You want to garner customer respect, and when you do it this way, you're not going to get it. Oh god, that was a rant. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. My name is Danish Buns. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, feel free to follow me at Danish Buns. If you guys have any questions, comments, or suggestions, or you want to correct me on a mistake I've made during the video, leave it in the comments section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. I know I try to argue mine quite audibly, but you know what? I'm not right all the time. If you guys have any games that you would like to see played or anything like that, you can send me an email at camelsilo@gmail.com. Alright guys, that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.